first thing I'm going to start with is my bed. I'm not quite ready to change my sheets yet because the next set I plan on putting back on is my fall looking set. And we're still like halfway through August. So I'm not sure if you're quite ready for that yet. Still going through like heat waves and stuff like that. And it's still giving summer. I guess the temperature is still giving summer. So I'm not sure if I should change my sheets yet, even though it's a very cool day today. I don't think I'll do that yet. So I'm just gonna put back on the same bed sheets and just try to tidy up quickly. I do have to go to London tomorrow, inshallah, as well. So along with my room, I hope I can get inside of the kids' room. I hope I can get inside the kids' room as well and make it a bit neat. Because whenever I have like big trips, like going to London and stuff like that, I want to make sure that I leave my family in peace and everyone is settled. Especially when it comes to the bedrooms, you kind of want to make sure that where you sleep and where you rest at night is not filled with clutter. So you can like relax properly and be fresh the next morning. And yeah, things just got a bit out of hand. I had court earlier last week, Friday actually. And because of that, I was away from my baby a bit too long and I was not able to feed her on demand. So I ended up getting a clogged milk duct. And then I developed into mastitis. I had fever, shivers, headaches, my body ached all over, my ears were ringing, I was a little shaky. Basically had like 2 days out of the game. And things got out of hand, but to be honest, things were out of hand for quite some time. I just was not feeling it. I'm usually tidy and I can keep my room clean and stuff like that, but I've just been a bit unmotivated, if I'm being completely honest. I'm gonna try to clean up my room quickly, go in the kids' room and clean up, and actually we have a spare room. Let me show you quickly. Even the hallways is full of clutter. They were just fine this morning. I'm gonna actually have them come in here and help me with this room. But this was the spare room. It's currently unused. The kids will come in here and play. But we're gonna put this bed into storage and then make that room into a learning space, a classroom for the children. It is tricky trying to take the living room. Let's set you back down here. It is a bit tricky trying to take the living room with the big TV and a bunch of distractions, and then the kitchen where there is a couple of distractions as well, but not as much as the living room. But we tend to do more work in the living room because it's a bit more cozy. So I'm thinking to turn that room into a cozy classroom. And I have all these ideas in my head. I feel like to decorate an entire home for the seasons, winter, spring, autumn, fall can be quite expensive if you have to keep buying decoration. And then you kind of want that decoration that can be a bit more trendy, more in style, and not be totally outdated. You want to be able to get that, but when you do it that way, it will be expensive every year because you're buying the same thing around the same time every year, if that makes sense. So I'm thinking with the classroom, I can decorate it for the seasons and the kids know what seasons they're in, the months that they're in, and it's like a whole immersive learning experience. So I'll decorate the room with spring decoration, fall, summer. Spring and summer is gone, so the upcoming season is fall. So inshallah, I'm planning to decorate it a bit, and probably my living room just to make it a little bit more cozy. I do think I want to change those big green pillows. If you've been watching my vlogs, maybe you recognize them. If not, I might try to find a picture and put it up, but yeah. I want to do redecorate, but I'm here chatting and I have a whole lot of work to do, so I'm thinking to continue with the surface tops. I kind of don't want to touch that here because that's my husband's, but I will. So I haven't quite used this Caddy in a bit, but I do have diapers all over this room. So I'm just gonna empty this. Oh, empty this Caddy, and I'm gonna refill it again. That way my diapers have somewhere to go and it's not all over the house again. So when I was not feeling good, I realized that how unreliable the, what do you call it, the NHS system here is in England. Like I was not really feeling well, and even my husband thought it was like very strange, because usually when I'm sick I can do everything. I usually still manage, and when I was sick I basically was just lying down in blankets and shivering. That's basically how it was. So he was the one basically calling NHS for me, making sure that someone actually comes and see me, but still, no one actually came and see me. I had to go into the GP the following day. But my children, especially Sumaya, oh, this is cute. I actually got this book from when I had Miriam, the home birth, and Ismail actually wrote her name. He wrote her name in the book, and it's just a cute little story, and it opens here and there, and then in the end there's like a mirror and you show the baby, and it's fun. I'm just gonna put it in here for now and get that out of the way. Look at all this clutter. The kids been coming in here. They basically use under my bed as a little clubhouse. They would come inside the room and start playing, and then leave a mess for me. And it's by the time I did everything that I want to do, get done in a day, by the time I come back to my room, it's too late and there's a mess. And then the mess keeps getting ignored, and then when I finally have time to clean up, I'm sick. This was from my baby crib thingy. But then my, what do you call it, the co-sleeping bed. But then my husband had a brilliant idea to make this into like, you know, to help that we can sit up in bed, because our bed frame isn't against the wall. So when we want to sit in bed, we use this thing and we just sit in bed with it. The next idea is to gather up all the clothes, and put them in the center. I'm gonna see what's dirty and what's clean, and whatever is dirty I put in the bathroom. Whatever is clean, I fold them and put them away. Actually don't like to make clean with me videos, but apparently people like these type of videos, so let me know down below if you like these clean with me videos or not. This room had to get clean, so I'm doing a clean with me video so I can get motivated and actually get it done, because it needs to get done. Inshallah, it will get done. Clean. It's a bunch of clean clothes actually. It's just a bunch of clean clothes. We're just not keeping the house tidy. I wonder if I want to wash this. We're just not keeping the house tidy as it should be. The faster our rooms get clean, the faster I can do my videos that I actually like to do, like skincare and stuff like that.
Mom?
Yeah. Look what I found when I was cleaning up. This is the first phone that my dad ever bought me. This is a Samsung J7. And I'm sure it's still in good condition, except for like this side button. But look at the screen. This screen is probably the best type of screen that any phone company ever made and will ever make. Because now they make things so cheap that it will explode on you or break so easily if you drop it. But look, this phone has a battery in it. This is probably the last time I'll ever own a phone with a battery in it. I think I'm gonna try to find a charger for it. And then, oh look, I have a Morocco Telecom SIM card. So this phone made it all even to Morocco and back. But you know, you always want to upgrade your phone here and there. Well, I'm gonna charge it to see what I can find on it. If I can even find anything on it. But it looks perfect. Besides these minor things. But yeah. Actually, vacuuming got me hot and sweaty. I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably this close to taking a towel and taking a shower. But I got most of the room done. And I found myself a face mask. I thought I was out of face mask, but apparently I'm not. So, inshallah, when I come back to London, I can treat myself to this. Because I doubt I'll have time to do it tonight because I have to sleep early. The bus leaves at 6:15 in the morning. Inshallah. And then I have to get back. So the bus leaves at 6:15 in the morning, inshallah. That means that I have to wake up early to have like a good meal. Because by the time I reach in London, it's like 9:50, allegedly. And then I have to go take the bus again. I could take the train station, but it's a lot of hassle. I did it the first time. There's lots of stairs to go down, a bunch of switches and stops and walks and blah, blah, blah. I'd rather just take the bus and take the long journey on the bus. So it's like 30, 40, 50 minutes roughly on the bus, if I remember. So yeah, I need to try and eat something before I get there. So, because my appointment starts at 11 and then they're going to take my teeth out. And yeah, I probably won't be able to eat for the rest of the day. So tonight I'll be eating a lot of food. I have to wake up early in the morning to eat. The room looks much better already. This is a typical English room. We shove a lot of things in the room and it's rampacked. I just need to clean the mirror. As you can see, like the height for the mess is my little girls coming here and brushing their teeth, spitting out the mirror and then and then rubbing it in. So I have to clean the mirror and then sort the surfaces. And I just began looking at the papers and I realized my husband did do a good job before cleaning up his table. So his table just looks like a lot of work because there's clutter. And if you don't like, when you live in a crowded space, in a small space, you have no choice but to be neat because any little thing that's out of place can make your room look like a mess. So I'm going to stack his papers and just fix up the table a little and then tackle that table behind there and clear it up and wipe my mirror, inshallah. My dresser is pretty okay too. But yeah, I feel like I did enough for this room, so I can go over into the kids' room next, inshallah. So this is my sign that I need to take a quick break before I move on to the other rooms. Mama's here with a full diaper and she's ready for a nap. Yeah. So this is basically my very late breakfast. After I cleaned up the kitchen, I made myself coffee and I grabbed a slice of cake. I'm probably not gonna eat all of it, but I was a little bit too lazy to cut it down some more. So I'm just gonna nibble out what I want and then get rid of the rest. But I have a 1-year-old now. So that's another thing that happened in the week. So Friday was the last day where when everything happened. And then Wednesday I had my baby turned 1. So we had cake. And then I think the day before or a few days before, we had an eclipse in England. I'm going to show that clip. I don't know what's happening, but the room has gotten a lot darker. A lot darker than it was before. Do you not see how dark the sky has gotten?
I do see how that's How much was that?
It's only 2 rakat, but I've never set for a long time.
Look.
Look in the mom's phone,
Wait,
not directly at the
hand.
sun.
I can't. I see.
Come over, baby.
Okay, let me point it for you. Okay, look. Okay, okay.
Okay.
Do you see it's getting covered by
The moon is covering up the sun, you see?
So that was a lot actually in 1 week. So I'm gonna enjoy this piece of cake. I'm not even gonna bother cleaning the kids' room. I want to like rearrange the furniture and make it different for them so it feels nice and fresh and somewhat new. But they wanted snacks, and I told them after they clean their room they can get some snacks. So they didn't even want to wait for me, and they went ahead and get the room done. So I have all these visitors here in the kitchen with me. So it's about time I finish and wrap up this video. My mom's cake as well. So
What's the first in
I'll
the
see
video
you
when
guys
we
in another one, inshallah. Huh? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Bye.
What did you say, Sumaya?